Morning, folks. We are back to the grind of our Raid Shadow Legends. Me and Cheeser, the wifey, is here.
Good morning, guys.
And yeah, to be honest, I've not touched my streaming account since Clan Wars. So I've not made any progress. I've not,
Tut, tut, tut.
to be honest, I've been really grinding on my main account. That's why
Yeah.
I haven't. Oh fuck! I forgot to put my timers on. Because he wouldn't poo for me this morning, so I was like, right, I'll take him out just before I'm streaming,
Yeah.
and then I forgot to obviously do like my last minute, like thingies that I do like before I start my stream, So
Yeah.
literally sat down. I was like, right, boom, 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 on, let's go. Um, so I'm just a little silly lady, but yeah, like I've been grinding away on my main account, trying to like do a lot more like clan boss damage, trying to like make some progress and stuff in like dungeons and the
Yeah.
campaign, just so that when we're doing clan wars of earning more points each time. I wish, bro, I fucking wish it was. Hopefully soon, we'll see. I'm waiting on it. Have to do my daily wheelies. I did I've only literally there this morning. I was only just collecting all the Clan Wars rewards.
Really? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
and it was like we only had like 4 hours left to claim this, and I was like, shit.
It's a good thing you logged on then.
I know.
Otherwise, you would have lost everything.
Yeah, I'd be fucking raging.
Right.
Right,
Just getting through
arena.
my own dailies today.
Yep. How's your team doing? How are we getting on? I see
Um,
you've been like chipping away at the clan boss and stuff.
yeah, like I've tried some of the easy just to see where I'm going, and I don't understand why I seem to have reverted backwards. I think yesterday, one of my keys, I only done like 1.5 mil, whereas previously, before I started going on to normal, I was doing like 3.5 mil.
That's
So
weird.
I don't understand what is going on with it. It's weirding me out, especially because I've been trying to sort of upgrade artifacts and do
Mm-mm.
different things like that. I've just last night upgraded, upgraded,
Updated.
upgraded Kale
Mhm.
to the next level. So like I just don't get it. I'm clearly doing something wrong, but I don't know what it is.
I think it's one of them things. Like with the way like it works, um, like it's like random sometimes what damage you're doing and stuff.
Yeah. Because I mean I'm doing the same damage on normal, if
Yeah,
not more sometimes. So it's just like, what the fuck?
I
I
think
don't get
it's just randomized when you're doing your keys and stuff. Like if you're just doing like the quick battle and stuff.
it. Why is your Twitch name Jeezer? Um that was my nickname as a kid, as I was always smiling.
You're still
So
always smiling now.
so it's just something I've used for years, just for lots of things. So whenever I obviously set up my account, I used
Hmm.
Teaser. But then Gemma asked me to start doing this with her, and I was like, well, there's no point in changing my name.
No.
So it's just stuck. Big goofy smile. And it wasn't even just that I used to smile at myself. Apparently, I used to always be smiling in the mirror at myself. Yeah, I don't remember that part.
Oh,
Um,
I'm so pretty. Look at
yeah,
my beautiful smile.
I don't remember that part, but apparently it was a vain ass bitch, like vain ass fucking kid. So, but yeah, no, I do have a big, wide, cheesy smile. So
Okay, I have a big goofy
that's
smile too.
where it's
Like,
from. Well, that's not creepy at all. It's not. It's not creepy. I swear.
fuck's sake. Get my butt handed to me in the fucking arena here.
Yeah, mine's is the same. Like I was in silver tier 3 and I just keep getting knocked down and knocked down and knocked down. It's
Yeah, like my main account, like maximum can get to silver tier 3, but then I look at the battles that are there and I'm like, I can't do these
yeah.
ones.
I know I tend to skip and then wait to refresh
Yeah.
ones that I think I'm not going to get. But then there's others that take on and go, right, maybe I could do that. And then it's
Mm-hmm.
like, no, no, I cannot. Oh, it's a pain in the hole.
It is a fucking melt. Like,
And even like the tag team, like you look and people maybe have really low levels,
mm-hmm.
one person in each team, and you're like, yeah, I've got fucking 4 people in my team. I can kick their ass.
Nope.
No, you're all dead in one shot. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it really depends on like their equipment and their skills and like what
Yeah.
masteries and stuff they have. My sister really freaked out my parents because my sister had an imaginary friend when she was small who lived in the upstairs mirror. But when they moved to where we moved now, her imaginary friend didn't move with her. Oh, that's
Oh
sad.
no. Oh, that's creepy as fuck. No, thank you. No, no, no. That was not
Nope,
an
nope,
imaginary friend. That was
nope,
a
nope, nope.
fucking ghost.
That's what is it called? Fucking Beetlejuice.
No, Bloody Mary. Is it
Oh,
not
Bloody
Bloody Mary
Mary's
in
the
your mind?
yeah, she's the mirror one, isn't she?
Yeah. But
I
yes,
don't
yes, it is freaky.
I don't pay attention to any of that shit. I don't know any of that fucking stuff.
Oh, oh my god, I'm getting chills at that. That's fucking scary.
I
Um,
think like loads of kids had imaginary friends though.
oh
Like I
yeah,
can't.
like that's
I'm not sure if I did, but I was definitely that kind of kid that like all of my like toys in my brain, you know, it was like they were alive. They had their own personalities. Obviously, I would give them names. You know, this one didn't like that one. You know, like all this type of stuff. That's the way
Yeah,
I always was as a kid, but I was never like imaginary friend thing. I'm not sure, but pretty certain I wasn't.
I definitely think I had an imaginary friend at one point, but I don't really remember it. I just remember my mummy telling me that it did.
Yeah.
But you know what my memory's like? My memory's shite anyway.
Smiling at yourself in the mirror, fuck's sake. Maybe
maybe,
you were smiling at the imaginary
maybe I
friend.
wasn't smiling at myself in the mirror. Um, it's like my granny's old house, like her old house, 3-story house, that she lived in years ago whenever I was a kid. It was definitely haunted. Like that house freaked me out. But my mummy always remembers one time I was sitting on the stairs talking away, like near the top of the stairs, and you know, like the open wooden spindle banisters. I was like talking through them, holding on to it. And my mummy came out and asked me who I was talking to, and I had said something like the man or whatever, and what he looked like, but I wasn't allowed to tell her that. And she was like, "Yoink, down you go," freaked her out. But there was so many things in that house that would have freaked me out. I remember the time staying in my granny's room one night, and music come on downstairs in her front room. So she shoved me down the stairs in front of her because she wasn't going first, apparently. Um, and
Oh no.
I know, she freaking set the kid, like pushing me down the stairs. And same a kid, it was probably like early teens. And or like CD player was playing. And I was like, right, I'm pulling the plug out of the wall, pulled the plug out of the wall. The two of us went back upstairs, get into bed. And the next thing, Britney Spears Hit Me Baby One More Time started playing downstairs. And I went down and the CD player was playing and the plug was out of the wall. And I was like, nope, I'm fucking done here. Oh, so creepy.
Would you do that to Katie though? Like, would you
Um,
push her down the stairs first? Like, bitch, go see what it is.
no, I would shit myself, but I wouldn't. I'd be pushing her behind me, to be fair. But I'm
You'd
laughing.
be
Like,
locking yourself and Katie in the bathroom and ringing Michael.
yeah. Well, it was like the time I babysat our Morgan. And I remember one night, like I used to babysit her and Patrick and Bran all the time. And there was one night I was babysitting her and I was saying, well, we're staying in our Julie's bed because she'd woke up or whatever. And I remember shaking me awake in the middle of the night. And I think she was maybe about 6. weeks, and she started crying, and I was like, "What are you crying for?" She says, "The man at the bottom of the bed won't go away," and I was like, "Sorry, who?" She says, "The man with the long black coat and the hat, he won't go away." And I looked at the bottom of the bed and there was no one there, but it was enough to panic me. I gripped her and we went straight into the bathroom. And the doors was locked until I could gather myself up to go back out. But yeah, that was her apparent imaginary friend. I don't think there was anything imaginary about it. But this man, like in a black sort of bowler hat and long black coat, it just makes me think of what do you call that movie, Jeepers Creepers, like the outfit he wears. Use the child as a human shield. I know, like my mummy and granny are the same in that sense. I wasn't with them, but I remember them going to somewhere in Spain, I think it was, and they done one of those medieval dinner nights.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently there was a dungeon under this place, and you could go down into the dungeon. You could pay to go down afterwards. So they paid to go down. And my mummy has a real fear of Freddy Krueger. And apparently, as they're walking through with this group, they came to this like twisty tunnel, and there was this guy at the bottom of the tunnel with the hat and the Freddy Krueger jumper and stuff. And he turned around, and it was obviously this guy dressed as Freddy Krueger, and he came running at them.
God.
And my mummy grabbed my granny and threw him, or like threw her at him. And she fucking run and left my granny in that tunnel with Freddy Krueger.
Oh my God.
And then in the same instance, they got further along, and like Chainsaw Massacre guy come out, Leatherface, with this chainsaw going, and my mummy grabbed this kid's mum and was trying to throw her at the guy with the chainsaw while the child is screaming, "Please don't hurt my mummy, please don't hurt my mummy." And my mummy and this woman are wrestling, trying to fucking throw each other.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I'm never going anywhere with you, woman. Like,
them survival instincts are another level. Like,
I know it's scary. It's like, it's bad enough. Like, your mother did that to me, but if my own mother did it to me, I would never forgive her.
yeah.
Even though you know it's not real, it's still fucking scary.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, if I went down to the fucking basement or whatever, like, I would literally, like, if there was fucking bird noises and then like a fake bird like swung by on the ceiling or whatever, like I'm dropping to the floor and pissing myself. I'm going into the fetal position and pooping my pants. Like, I'm not going to be sacrificing somebody else or whatever, but I'm either going to, like, my thing seems to be to either hit the deck or start swinging.
Yeah.
So it's like, I wouldn't turn around and punch you in the face. Like, if you're with me, I know it's not you that scared me, so I wouldn't turn around and punch you in the face. But like, I'd be punching the fucking bird or punching the guy that's just like jumped out around the corner or whatever. Yeah. Or I'd be hitting the floor.
You'd be hitting the floor.
Like,
oh God, I can just picture it. No, like I love everything horror, love horror movies, all that kind of stuff. But see, being in like a real life horror, so like going into haunted houses and things, I can't do it. Like, I get myself to the door and then I go into panic mode and I can't go any further.
Like, your legs won't work?
Yeah, like they won't. Like, on our honeymoon, whenever we were in Niagara Falls and we got married, my mummy and daddy took the kids back to Jan and Terry's.
Did you just get married in America?
Yeah, we got married, well, Canada and Niagara Falls. So I'll have to send you some pictures. I thought you knew this.
Nah.
Yeah, we got married at Niagara Falls.
Well, I feel like a shit friend. Fuck.
I'm surprised, like, on anniversaries, if the pictures on Facebook, you haven't noticed the fucking giant waterfall in the background, you know?
No. To be fair, we don't talk about your wedding. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. We don't really talk about like pre Gemma and Chrissy though.
Yeah, very, very true. But yeah, so we stayed on for a couple of days, like 2 days. My parents took the kids back to where we were staying with our family. And we decided we were going to do this haunted house on our honeymoon. And we got there, started going through the gates, and then I was like, Michael went through like the wee turnstile, And then I
Uh-huh.
couldn't force myself to go through the turnstile, so he was
And
stuck
he's
there.
on his own.
He had to go through the house by himself while I sat and watched him on the screen.
What an absolute great way to start a fucking marriage. You're on your own, motherfucker.
I know, but
Oh my god.
it's probably a good thing that it did let him go on his own, because people were reaching out of the walls and grabbing him, and I think I would have pissed myself and had to walk back to the hotel with very wet shorts. Your mother has a strong survival instinct, to say the least. Yeah, definitely. She really, really does. Alexa's been
Oh.
freaking me out at the minute, randomly saying, "Here's an evening playlist you might enjoy." And starts playing. Oh yeah, I don't like that at all. But like, if I've been playing with headphones on or been playing games, I haven't heard it, and it's just your old songs playing. Oh, that's creepy. Yeah, that is
That's one thing
creepy.
that does freak me out about technology, though. Like in your house, when you'll say like, "Hey Google" or whatever, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Ah, it's listening." Like I think
Gemma,
I'm so old in the
stop
brain for
it.
that.
You
What?
just you set my Google off and she said something.
Seriously?
Yeah. I don't
See,
even know
that's
what
why I
she
don't.
said.
That's why I don't fucking like it.
Oh, creepy. Normally Shoni like responds to us because our voices have been like
Programmed.
tuned to it, yeah. So the fact that she's responding to you is creepy.
Good morning.
Oh, hey, good morning.
Ew. To be honest, I'm not. I'm just. I've never been a big, massive like believer in like spirits, haunted houses, all that there type of stuff. But like,
Yeah.
I think it's mainly as well because like you're saying like certain things, or whatever. Like when you grew up and you had creepy things going on in the house, or whatever. I've never experienced shit like that.
Oh, our Sharon's house was the worst for it. She lived in a flat, and that place, oh fuck, I hated being in it. Absolutely hated it.
Mm.
Like, the shit that would go on there was just so fucking freaky. I'm so glad that she moved out of it. I've never been happier for her to move somewhere else than I was when she left that flat.
Traumatized from it.
Yeah. It's not even that. It's like, say you were staying there with our Lisa and you maybe went to the like bathroom to get a shower. Um, and you'd get out and the door would be open and you'd be like, well, I know I fucking locked that.
Mm.
Things like that. Or like you'd be the only one in the house and you'd hear footsteps running down the hall. And it's just
But if it's
like,
a flat, there's other people living there.
no, it's one of those ones where you knew it was in your own apartment, coming past the door of the room you were sitting in. It wasn't coming from above, it wasn't coming from below. You know
Mm.
yourself, like noises in your own house,
Yeah.
Obviously the apartment upstairs. My uncle lived up there at one point. So him and his girlfriend would have been at work. So you would have known nobody was up there. I remember
Mm-hmm.
when they moved out, you would have still heard footsteps from above too. Like someone was up there, kids giggling and stuff, but there was nobody in the flat. It hadn't been rented out yet. The place was just freaky.
I don't know. I've just never experienced shit like that.
I love creepy shit, but I've never had much creepy stuff happen to me personally. Yeah, like I've
Yeah.
had creepy things happen to me, but I've never like actually physically seen anything or anything like that. And it's one of those ones where you can almost convince yourself that the things didn't happen or that your brain's just playing you up or you're imagining things.
Mm.
But deep down, yeah, that actually happened and it was weird and you don't want it happening again.
I don't know. Maybe they just know not to fuck with me. They're like, she's got enough problems. I'm gonna stay away from that bitch.
She'll kick my ghost ass.
Mm.
No, I
Or
think
maybe
if
it's
I
just because like I cook with so much garlic. They're like, fuck that.
it's not a vampire, Gemma, it's a fucking ghost.
Same thing.
No, they're not.
Okay, Mrs.
Two different
fucking
things.
undead porno books. Don't fucking go have a go at me. Shit.
Undead porno books. I know I'm actually on a new series now because the book that I was reading, the next one's not out till the end of the month.
I want to borrow one off you just so that I can like literally send you a voice note, fucking wetting myself over like seriously.
What I'm
Yeah.
going to do is I'm actually going to buy you one. I don't know if I want to buy you a Ruthless Boys one, which is just like real porno from like the get go, or
Mm-hmm.
if I want to get you one of the Zodiac Academy ones, which takes a bit longer to get into it.
No, I
But
want titties on first page.
but it's a good storyline. Well, them ruthless boys, it is.
Shit, if there ain't no titties in the fucking first 5 minutes, I'm bored. God damn.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
don't
you're getting
really have
titties.
anything creepy happen, but sometimes I do get the feeling like my body isn't my own. I'm just watching myself rather than controlling my actions. Shut up!
No, that's freaky. I don't like that.
Nuh-uh. I
Uh,
think he's just taking the piss.
no. If that's real, that I don't like that in the slightest. No, no,
That's
no, no,
like
no.
legit, like disassociation. Like
Yeah,
that's a whole like mental illness kind of
dead
jam.
serious. It's like that whole what do you call that? Sleep paralysis. The
Yes.
thought of that freaks me out. Like where you wake up and your brain's going and you
Yeah.
can't move.
Yeah.
I've only
Like
had
that's
that
a legit
maybe once.
like that's nothing to do with spirits. That's like a
No,
legitimate
that's yeah, that's like a
diagnosable
thing.
thing.
But like it still freaks me out. Just the whole thought of being awake and not being able to like move.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary.
On the side of the house, there's a vent for the extractor fan. And on windy days, the flap on the side of the vent would rattle around, still does, which is freaky late at night. I would just get used to that. Like after, like once I know that it's definitely that making the noise, I'd be
Yeah,
like,
you get used to it.
you're dead serious. Tell you need to go to the doctor. Like no shade, that's not a dig in whatsoever. But if that is genuinely happening, I am concerned, and you should probably speak to your doctor about it. Not gonna lie. Yeah, that's proper like dissociative behavior. Like that's terrifying. The thought of sleep paralysis used to terrify me when I was younger.
Look at
I
you
think
diagnosing people.
I'm not diagnosing people, but I'm just saying
Go
is
see your doctor.
like if you're not taking the fucking piss out of me right now and that's genuinely happening to you, like that's concerning. That's not normal.
When it was first installed, it was creepy, but it's like not creepy anymore. Yeah, like I could see how that could be creepy.
Yeah. Like I would be like that. Like if there was, I don't know, let's say I got like a new something, installed in my house and then like it's a new noise that's making, it would take me a
Yeah.
while to get used to it. Like I would be overthinking it. I'd be getting fucking scared. You know what's going on. Everything is don't have any recollection, like the thought process of it. It's like my brain switches off completely and goes into little autopilot. As in like you're physically like moving around and doing stuff like in autopilot. Like you're like, when did I bring this thing in from the car? I don't remember doing that. Like that type of thing.
Gotta go do that
Um,
soon. Okay, bye. See you soon.
okay, bro. Um, because there's also things called like absent seizures, where like you're having a seizure and you're completely like conscious and aware of everything that's happening around you, but you can't move, you can't speak, you're just not present.
Oh, really? That's interesting to
Yeah,
know. I didn't know that.
yeah. Like seizures aren't always like unconscious flapping around on the floor like a fish, like my seizures
Yeah.
are.
Yeah,
Like
no, I
they're
know some of them you could be just like staring into space kind of thing, like
yeah.
not
But
with you.
then like so many things that can have like similar symptoms. So like us ADHDers, we zone out a lot.
Yeah.
And then we're like, wait, what we say? And like, we've semi-registered that you were talking to us, you know what I mean? But like we're off somewhere else in fucking space. You're
Yeah.
doing things but your mind's completely blank. It's like my brain becomes a blank, empty expanse, but I can still function normally. I don't know how to explain it properly. I would just say you're probably in just a pure autopilot. Like it's definitely normal to
Yeah.
be in autopilot, like it's very normal if you're stressed and there's a lot of stuff going on. Maybe you aren't sleeping great, or whatever, and you're literally just going from A to B, getting through the day, but your brain is just either somewhere else or your brain is still in bed. So like,
Yeah.
I'm just cruising through the day, and then
My
maybe you
brain's
will.
still in bed right now.
Yeah, but that's because you've not fucking slept, love.
Yeah. But again, it's normal.
Yeah, it's completely normal. Like that's not dissociative, in my opinion.
No, I wouldn't say that is
Nor
either.
is it absent seizures.
Oh God, no, frig, no.
Like it just sounds like your brain is going through the motions of just functioning, getting shit done in a day.
Yeah.
And
Isn't that how life
that's,
goes most of the time
yeah,
now?
like that's very, very normal, especially if you are doing a lot of things at once, or you're highly stressed, or you and your partner have been arguing, or like you're friend hasn't been well, or like your a loved one hasn't been well or something, or maybe you're taking on a little bit of extra stuff at work, and all that other type of stuff.
Yeah.
You can just get to this point where you're just literally putting one foot in front of the other, and that's it. Bare
Yeah.
minimum autopilot.
Just getting on with things.
Yeah, you're just literally going through the motions, which is still fucking shitty. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
no, I've had the whole autopilot thing before, but this feels different. Feels like my body is my own. It's like I'm inside a bigger body as a spectator. Like someone has wrapped me up in another person's body, and I'm watching what they do.
That's so weird.
Like, as in, Tay is standing chopping onions,
And you're just
and
watching from the outside kind of thing?
the other Tay is on the other side of the fucking kitchen watching Tay cutting onions. Is that what you mean? Like you're like a
astral projecting out of his body?
like you're watching from an outside perspective what you're doing, if that's making sense.
I think he's saying more like he's kind of locked inside the body, like he knows his body's moving, but he's not the one doing it. He's kind of trapped in there. Is that what you're meaning?
I can't imagine what that would feel like.
That'd be scary as fuck, is what it would be.
Yeah, it would. It's not something I've had an experience with, like.
Me either.
It's kind of a bit of both of those. It's really hard to explain. Have you explained it to your doctor?
Could be something you'd maybe need, like a neurological scan for, just to make sure there isn't anything going on in there,
Because I know, like, see things like sleep deprivation and shit. You've never been to the doctor in your whole entire life, Chad. Come on.
Come on, now. Get your ass to the fucking doctor.
If I go, will you go? Because I hate my GP too.
Don't we all?
I was actually trying to explain to Chris that me and you have the same GP, and he's like, my GP's great. If I ring at fucking 9:30 or whatever, like they can see me at like 1 p.m. that day, and I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I'm having to ring at fucking 8:30, and I'm having to ring 17 million fucking times before I even get into the fucking queue. Then when I get into the fucking queue, I'm waiting for fucking ever. And then the receptionist is like, what do you want? And then not only that, then I have to wait till fucking God knows when for a call back from the fucking doctor, because you don't even fucking speak to the fucking doctor.
Yep.
And he was like, that's shit. And I'm like, yeah, well, I live in fucking shite Belfast. You know what I mean? I'm not in fancy pants Lisburn.
I'm not in a fancy pants area.
You've been to the doctor once for my wisdom teeth? That's a dentist.
It's a dentist, Although,
So
I mean, he does live in a different place from us, so doctor dentist might be interchangeable there. You never know.
Doctor dentist. Well, technically, technically, dentists do have like a certain doctorate, though, don't they?
Oh yeah, I mean, it is a doctorate. It's just a different sort of type. It's literally just based on like a specific area, I think. I don't know. I'd need to ask my brother-in-law. I mean, he's a dentist, so
I do think they have to like generally go and do like maybe like the first year or something in medical school, and then he decides to go into dentistry or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Right, so they sent you to the hospital. Right, okay. So they've sent you to like a specialist kind of thing then.
Yeah, but that's still not your GP. That's still not your general doctor.
I had my tooth extracted a few weeks ago, like what, 4? And it still hasn't healed.
Well, you've been dealing with shit before since like the end of November, because it was like before Christmas. And then you were like, and then that means I'm going to have to wait like all the way past Christmas, all the way into the fucking New Year, because they don't have appointments till fucking January and blah, blah, blah. You don't even know who your doctor is.
In the dental surgery. It's fucking ridiculous.
Right, Tay, if you go to your doctors, I'll go to my doctors.
He doesn't even know who his doctor is. have you
You're,
ever been registered with a doctor? Because you need to register with like a certain like general practitioner.
yeah.
Well, that's what you do here. Like we have obviously multiple different practices throughout our areas, and you have to go register with them, give them your information and
Well,
stuff.
Tay's in the UK too, I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then, yeah. I mean, it's still the same. Then you still would need to register, but normally your parents register you when you're a kid.
You're still registered at the doctor's near your parents' place. So it's like half-hour drive. Chad, fucking half-hour drive there, 10 minutes in the fucking doctor's, and a half-hour drive home is fuck all compared to the health risks.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you've moved, what you can be doing is you go to a doctor's surgery closer to you.
Yeah.
You say that you're now living in this area and you want to
Well,
register with the GP there, and they can get all your medical documents. You would give them the information of the old practice. They transfer it. Dr. Jem is still making
don't
diagnosis.
laugh at me because I care, all right?
Yeah. Tay doesn't know who his doctor is.
I
So
am
we're
worried.
telling him he needs to like get himself sorted.
Because the thing is, right? Like, what happens when that happens when you are maybe doing something like driving, or
Yeah.
you're in the bath? Do you know what I mean? Like it could be or you maybe even at the fucking top of the stairs or whatever, and you fall down the fucking. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be thinking about all these fucking bad things happening to you. So I'm like, go fucking talk to
It's just
somebody.
one thing in a long list you need to tell the doctors.
That's all right.
Well,
Basically the way we do it too, because our doctors are so fucking shit. We're not
yeah.
gonna fucking waste our fucking time just going to the fucking GP to talk about one thing. We're gonna go and we're gonna address 10 things at fucking once, and then we're gonna wait another fucking 6 months to a year before we do it all again.
I know. Like I've actually just stopped even speaking to my doctor because
Yeah, I care.
they don't fucking take me seriously. So I only contact them if I'm like desperate situation.
Yeah. And even when you're in a fucking desperate situation, you're fucking pouring your heart out and you're crying, and they're just like,
Yeah.
yeah, well, tough tits, bitch. And you're like, what?
Yeah. And this is the thing, like you should never be afraid to ring your doctor, and I'm just like, I don't even want to speak to them.
Yep. But the thing is like for me, I can deal with the dismissiveness because I sit there and I'll tell them to their face they're being a fucking wanker. And then I get told off for speaking to them that way. But like that's why like I'll only ever see the GP that I have now, because she's the only one that talks to me like I'm a fucking human being.
Yeah.
But even
I'm
at like
have to start moving over to her.
like never once has she been like dismissive of me. She's taken every single thing seriously. Even if she's turned around and said, look, I think it's highly unlikely that there's like a serious thing going on, but just to be sure, just to rule things out for your peace of mind, blah blah blah, I'll refer to yada yada yada. And I'm like, this is why I love you, bitch.
A doctor doesn't want to see you unless you're dead or dying. No, even then, they still wouldn't want to see you. They'd send you to NE, and then the ones at NE don't want to fucking see you either. So
if you went to the doctors, you need to get ADHD tested, autism tested. Well, they take years anyway. So
yeah,
like
get on that shit.
Like if you go to your GP and you say, look, I think I have autism, ADHD, or some sort of like neurodivergency, the only thing they're going to do is refer you on to psychiatry. Psychiatry is then going to go through all that stuff like with you. Your GP is the middleman. Same thing with the diagnosis of depression. They could probably sit there and go, look, you know, we can give you antidepressants straight off the bat, or do you want to go down the counselling route or something? Maybe we could refer you to some sort of counsellor or whatever, if that's something that you're up to. I am a firm believer that every single human being, doesn't matter if you're 94, doesn't matter if you're 14, doesn't matter if you're male, female, married, single, it doesn't fucking matter. I feel like everyone can benefit from counselling. I still feel like it has a loads of stigma attached to it and people don't like it and stuff. Jack. Anyway. You also have a sharp stabbing pain in your breast / chest bone. That's just the stuff that you remember.
Yeah. Well, start writing the shit down. Make a little logbook for yourself, and then you're not going to forget if you ever do decide to go. I find that really helpful.
Yeah, especially because like when you've been dealing with the past doctors that you've been dealing with,
yeah,
they're very quick to silence that and change the subject to something else.
Very
so
dismissive.
You're sitting there then getting in your head like, what was the other thing? What was the other thing? And now you're floored and you don't know like where to go or whatever. And you're just like, I'm just going to go home and cry.
Yeah. Or because my brain is the way it is, and I forget things very easily. It's like they could go off on a tangent on one part of the thing that I was talking about, and then I forget everything else that I was supposed to say,
Yeah.
or they'll upset me over being dismissive of something, and then I can't get the rest of the words out
You
because I
just shut
haven't.
down.
Yeah, I shut down, so I haven't had my wee plan to sort of put there. But like,
Hmm.
I'm with you on the counselling thing. I think counselling is amazing, and everybody should be doing it.
If you can't tell, I'm a very healthy person. We're all very unhealthy in our own ways. Like
Yeah,
just because and I know like Jack's taking the piss out of me, like Dr. Jem or whatever. Like I know a lot of shit because I've been through a lot of shit. But that doesn't mean that like all my advice be right. I'm definitely not a fucking doctor. The same even like when we were talking the other day about like vet stuff, raw dog food, that's and all that other type of stuff. Like my like qualifications and expertise and knowledge only go so fucking far. Like I'm not a vet. What shade you throwing my way? Everyone can benefit from a bit of fucking counseling. I feel like everybody on the planet needs to go and get a bit of counseling, and either people couldn't be arsed or they have a negative opinion, like a bad stigma about it or whatever. And
yeah.
we
I don't
argue
think
about this
there
all
should
day.
be. I don't think there should be stigma attached to counselling.
No.
I think it's very healthy to be able to talk your feelings out with someone, be that a complete stranger who's not going to judge you, or a family
Yeah.
member who you trust, or friends who you trust. I do think it's important that you don't bottle shit up, because I know I bottle shit up all the time and then explode.
Yeah.
And that is not healthy in the slightest.
I
So
think that the
I
talk and
do feel
therapy
it's good
stuff
to.
could be very, very helpful for you to try to repeat, especially if you're writing notes like that when they're happening. That's the stuff that I'm saying. Like you need to go back to the doctor because I'm sitting here thinking like dangerous stuff can happen when you disassociate from things.
Yeah.
Like you could disassociate. Fuck off, fucking maintenance.
Yeah, like if you're writing notes about taking yourself out of
Yeah.
the picture, like that's not healthy. Your brain obviously is thinking of those
Mm-hmm.
things even in your subconscious.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to like speak to someone about that, get that off your chest.
And like we're always here. Like regardless, the good sign is that it was a note, not an action,
Exactly.
you know? So there's a big difference there too. It's not all fucking negative and all doom and gloom. Like if going to your GP is something that you feel like you need, like we're all here for it, we're supportive or whatever. Like me saying, like, you gotta go to your GP, like I'm not your ma, you know? Like
Mummy.
I act like everybody's fucking mummy, but it's because I care. And I'm glad
Those
that you're more
emotions
like
are not
mentally
passed. Yeah.
stable like these days and stuff, and the
Yeah.
actions are well fucking long in the past and stuff too. Like that's all positive notes that
Yeah,
maybe
definitely.
that therapy last um January, like 2023 January, helped you. The thing is that like every day, we try to do better than we did the day before. Like that's the way I tackle things.
Yeah.
Like as long as I say to myself, look, I've done better today than I did fucking yesterday, that's what I need to be focusing on, because when you take too much on and stuff too, then you burn out.
Yeah. You make it super hard on yourself.
Hmm.
Right, let's see, what mastery shall I pick for her?
I think it's just one of them things where like everyone reacts to certain things like differently. Like there's definitely some things in life that I just run at head on, and there's other things that like take me a while. Like someone else's problem, I'm like, let's go get this fucking sorted. Like you're gonna go to the doctor, you're gonna fucking blah blah blah. Fuck! I was actually meant to ring my fucking GP this morning.
It's too late now. Their phone calls only go for to half
Half
10,
eight,
is
and
it?
it's
Half.
yeah, but like you need to be ringing at half 8 to get one that fucking day.
Yeah. Well, I rang at half 9 the other day for a phone call for baby girl and got one. But at this stage, you're definitely not getting one.
I don't mean to have to fucking wait till Monday. I'm gonna put a like alarm or like a calendar, like a thing in my calendar to fucking remind me to ring Monday morning because that's just, like all fucking week I've said. Like last weekend, I was like I'm gonna ring on Monday, and then Monday turned into Tuesday, Tuesday turned into Wednesday, Wednesday turned into fucking Friday night.
I always forget to ring, and it's the simple fact that time to ring is when I'm doing school run.
I'm the
So
same. Like I'm not doing the fucking school run, but usually at like that time in the fucking morning, I'm in the middle of my cleaning.
yeah,
What does SMH mean? Am I being a dum dum?
shaking my head.
Oh. I mean, yes, how hypocritical of me because I'm like, you gotta go to the doctor, and then I'm like, fuck. Like literally all fucking week, and like Chris has been trying to remind me as well, but then he's been reminding me too late as well.
Well, there's just not a lot you can do about it, but definitely, 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 alarm
Yeah.
for Monday.
Bling
And that'll be a
GP.
hell of a lot more helpful to
My
you.
thing as well is I don't want them to be like, yo, we have an appointment when you're away on your birthday trip, because I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm going on my fucking birthday trip. Fuck you. I've
Be
seen
like, I'm
myself
gonna meet you
waiting.
back.
Yeah, I'll be like, nah, and they're like, you bet you rang us, and I'll be like, shut up. You've seen yourself waiting 2 hours on the phone. Yeah, like it's like see, like for the way our GP works is like if there's too many in the queue, it rings and then goes straight to like they hung up on you. You know what I mean? Like you literally do not get through to the queue for ages. So you're having to do like 30 fucking 40 calls, like one after the other, trying to get into the fucking queue. And
Yeah,
then when you're in the fucking queue, you could be sitting there for fucking 50. You know, sometimes it could literally be 2 seconds, and then other times it's like your number 20 in the queue, and I'm like, ah, I don't be having the fucking patience for it. Like,
little Bailey heads. Tell
yee.
Chris I'm still waiting on little Finny heads.
Look at it in the chat. It doesn't show the emoji in the chat. Yeah, he actually brought it up the other day. He
Oh,
said
did
that
I?
he needs to get it done, but
Whenever he's not so burnt out, obviously.
this is the thing. He'll be like, I'm not burnt out. I haven't been burnt out the whole time I've known you. And I'm like, mm-hmm.
Okay. No server maintenance, motherfuckers. Do you know what's even funnier? I sent him a picture of EV2 and was like, do you want a VV as well? And then I can use it anytime the bitch annoys me. Be like, fucking EV with like an EV emoji.
Is my server maintenance thing gonna come up? Fuck's sake.
Yeah,
Right, is
it's
that this is gonna be us just fucking talking shite now for the rest of the fucking stream?
yeah. Well, what I'm going to do is stick on the kettle if you want to mute me for a couple of minutes, or just let
Alright.
people hear the kettle boiling in the background.
At this point, it doesn't really fucking matter, does it? We're not fucking playing no fucking games anyway. Good God. I actually tagged you on something on Facebook. Like Sims has put like a challenge thing up, and it's like a
Right.
24 for 24. Like I
So
think they're trying to say like it's been 24 years of Sims or whatever. So they're doing like a challenge, like see how quickly you can like tick off the 24 challenge thingies. And I tagged you in it there this morning, and I was like, is this something? Is this something we could maybe fucking do?
let me have a look. Hold on. Let's see. Sims 24, Wild 24.
I think that's them trying to say that it's been 24 years, so now it's
Yeah.
going to be whatever.
Yeah, we could totally do that. So you got
Mm.
a woohoo John Lothario, a
You have
friend
to
of the
have,
creator.
yeah,
But some of these kill your sim.
not all of them.
Eat the cow plant's cake.
It doesn't kill you every time. It's not guaranteed.
Well, anytime it's happened to me, it was fucking guaranteed. Ooh, got a woohoo laddie daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Start fire, that's fine. Twins or triplets, blah blah blah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we could definitely do that. There's
Think
one or
so.
two I would be worried about, like eating the puffer fish.
But just
And
have another sim in your household to be the
cake.
sacrificial lamb in case.
Sacrificial lamb.
Or wait till like the twins or the triplets that we'll have got the teenagers, so then they
Yeah.
can live by themselves, and then get them to eat. Do you know what I mean? Then get the like adult or whatever to take all the risks.
Yeah, very true.
Anner.
Like I made my vampire for the
Yeah.
vampire challenge and still haven't even really played with her. Think of like played for half an hour.
What did I say I was gonna do?
You were gonna do so I was gonna do like a vampire in a castle and do the legacy vampire legacy, and you were gonna do like a normal legacy in a castle, but it's
Mm.
getting the time for you to do that. And then if you want to do this one, like we're not gonna be able to do both.
Well, we could jump on and start one now. There's no point in fucking looking at Raid Shadow Legends fucking screens doing fuck all.
Yeah, true. True, true.